Hey guys, I've got 5 things to talk to you about to help you finish the course strong. We've only got a few days left, so that's exciting. The first thing is about how to get the feedback for your rough draft. So you're going to look in that assignments folder for Essay 3 draft, and you're going to find 2 files. One's an audio file, and it will open in whatever file your computer reads audio in, and that is usually it's 2 to 4 minutes of me talking about your paper. Usually the comments I make in the recording fit with and further explain the comments in the marked up version. So you have another file that looks like this with my writing on it. So it's kind of weird looking, kind of scribbly, but like I said, I go back through and explain what those check marks and scribbles mean, where they're not legible. All right, so that's how to find your feedback. The next thing is about the schedule. And I know I've been over this a lot. For some reason, it's not opening the schedule of work for me that way, so I will go another way. Because there are always more than one ways. There is always more than one way to get to anything. So as you guys know, I changed the schedule to give you a few more days to finish your essay. And originally I had said that it was due on Monday, May 14th. So essentially I'm going to hold to that. However, I realized that officially the last day of the course is Sunday, May 13th, which is confusing to me because the 16-week courses end officially on Tuesday, I believe. So it was my assumption that the 8-week course would end at the same time or later, but silly me. So it really makes no difference. You can continue to access everything on here, but in the assignment folder, it's going to say the due date is May 13. All right, so it's great if you can get it in early, and some of you will, but if nobody turns it in until 11:59 p.m. on Monday, that is also fine. So I just want you to know that. All right, so you have a reflection due Friday after you do your peer review tonight, and then your final draft on Monday. The other thing I wanted to mention is the course evaluation. So it should be on the home page. There should be a link to it. And again, it looks different for me than for you, but there should be a link on the side of the page where it says course feedback. There should be a survey there. If that's not appearing, well, you guys let me know, because I'm getting notifications saying that one or all of you have not taken the survey yet, and I want to make sure that that's functioning for you. Let's see. As you're looking over your grades, if you have any stray items that haven't been graded, I will probably catch them, but let me know, all right, just to make sure. And I always go through and do a check of every single person's every single grade, every grade item at the end of the semester, but you can make sure, if you want, to call my attention to any item. I wanted to talk briefly about works cited pages. Oh, that's not one. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm going to pause and come right back. All right, guys, here we go. I have an actual works cited page open in front of you. So I want to point out how to use the proper indentation and how to organize your entries. So first thing is that you need to have a hanging indentation for your entries. That means that the first line is flush with the margin, so it's not indented at all, but subsequent lines are indented 1 tab or 1/2 inch. There's a couple of ways that you can do this. What I like to do is, if I'm working in Word, to highlight what I want the hanging indent on, and then I grab this bottom triangle from this thing that looks kind of like an hourglass on a pedestal, and drag it over 1/2 inch. That'll do your hanging indent. You can grab all of your works cited entries. I'm going to click Shift and arrow down to select all of this, and then I'm going to do the same thing. Another thing you can do is right click and go to paragraph, I believe it is, and special, where it says indentation, you can choose hanging, which it's already selected because that's what I've already done. All right, so that's how the indentation should work. Secondly, the entries should be alphabetized by the first word of the entry. And the first word can vary depending on whether there's an author or not. So in this case, we also don't alphabetize by articles, a, an, or the. So I'm guessing that these are both written by anonymous authors. I mean, that's what it looks like. So they both start with the O.J. Simpson, or they both start with O.J. Simpson. This has something after Simpson, so it's going to come after this one alphabetically. So I'm going to switch those around. And I messed it up a little bit, so I'm just going to hit a return here. If you know how to do this, by the way, you can skip ahead a minute or two. Then we have an essay by Dinesh D'Souza. So obviously D'Souza is the last name, and alphabetically that would come before O. You know, not really brilliant stuff here. Okay, and then we have Ritter. And for some reason this did not do the hanging indent like we wanted. I wonder why. Oh, because it thinks these are different entries. There we go. So Ritter would come after, and you get the idea. So I'm just going to reorganize these by in alphabetical order by the first word of the entry, whatever that is. Okay. Now this isn't going to take much longer, so I'll just do the whole thing. I'm just going to Control X and then Control V to insert it. So I will have fixed the alphabetizing here. All right. Seriously, if you're actually watching this, I'm sorry. I do notice that this PBS entry seems to be lacking some stuff, like the date that it was published and the date that it was accessed, so I will be looking for that too. All right, the next thing is, look at this article right here. It's called O.J. Simpson. It's by a website called Famous Trials. I'm not so sure how great a source that is. A couple of you guys used it. In the works cited list, in the essay itself, you should not cite the website, the name of the website, and you don't mention the editors in the works cited list, or since you don't mention them, they shouldn't be mentioned in the paper either. What should be mentioned is what leads the works cited entry, which in this case is the title. So you would write, in this case, O.J. Simpson. Where you cite the entry, the file, the source, I'm sorry, where you cite the source called the O.J. Simpson trial or the O.J. Simpson case, you're going to need to write all of that out, or write the O.J. Simpson case, just to distinguish it from O.J. Simpson. All right, so let me find that LA Times entry. Hopefully you've, it's a hyperlink, so it's easy to find, and I won't be boring you terribly. All right, so same thing here. All right, the way it works is the parenthetical citation points us to the first word or words of the works cited entry. Okay, I can't see where you've cited that LA Times material, but in any case, that's how you would do it. You're not going to cite LA Times, you're going to cite the title. All right. Let's see. All right. So that's how to do feedback, how to do grades. I think that's all I needed to cover. Okay, so just in case I didn't say this before, if you haven't done the course evaluation, please do so. If you guys can't access it from the homepage of the course, let me know. And if there are any grades missing, like something should have been graded but wasn't, let me know. I will be checking every single person's every single grade entry, but just if you're not, if you want, and just to make certain sure, you can email me about that. All right. Great. Let me know if you guys have questions, and I look forward to reading your final material for this semester.